Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Sukkah Perek Aleph Mishnah. Hayat over here in this Mishnah, I'm going to discuss using metal skewers, right, or even bedposts as Sekhakh, right? So these are going to be problems right off the bat. If you're paying attention, one is the metal skewers are not something that grows from the ground, right? And the bedpost is something that I'm mekabel tuma. So those are going to be problems. So I'm kareh sukato b'shipudim or baruchot mitah. If a person went ahead and he roofed his sukkah with these metal skewers or with aruchot mitah or with these bedposts, right? The wooden beams that go across the bed, right, to hold the mattress in place. Right? So if there's enough space in between them, right, in between these metal skewers, there's enough space similar, right, to the space the skewer takes up. So you have that amount of space next to it, and you fill that with Sekhakh kasher, right? So you can have 50% Sekhakh kasher and then 50% metal skewers, keshira. That would be okay. Now, Hanabam points out that it can't be exactly 50-50 because we have another concept that's parutz ka'omed is pesula, right? If you have an opening the same amount exactly as the standing, right? This is brought up in Eruvin, right? Then it's pasul. So over here, if you have the exact amount of Sekhakh kasher as the metal skewers, that would not be okay. So what we said over here, if you have revach b'hem kimotam, similar to it, you have to say that it's similar but not exact. Right, so you have more, a little bit more Sekhakh kasher, 51% Sekhakh kasher, 49% Sekhakh pasul. That would be okay. Now the Mishnah continues. Hotet bagadish la'asot lo sukkah. A person goes ahead and he digs in through a gadish. Gadish is a pile of hay. Right, so he just piled up hay, and now he goes in and scoops that hay out from that area. And look, he created an airspace for him to sit down, and he has a straw from all angles. Right? So should that be allowed? So no, that's not allowed. In a sukkah. Why is this not considered a sukkah? Again, because of the concept of ta'aseh v'lo min ha'asui. You need to do it, and you can't just use something that was done already. So when a person piled up that haystack, he did not have intention for that haystack to be a sukkah. He wasn't placing the hay there for it to be a sukkah, right? So therefore, when he digs it out, that doesn't count, right? Because that rooftop was not placed as a sukkah. But right, here's a big but. If a person had an airspace when he was putting that hay over there, he left an airspace of 1 tefah high by 7 tefachim wide, right? And now you have a tefah high, and you place that on top. So when you place that on top, that's enough to be considered a roof. And if you placed it there for a sukkah, for sukkah purposes, then you could continue digging up, right, to create a space of 10 tefachim high by 7 tefachim wide. That's the shiur, the minimum size of a sukkah. And that would be okay because the original, right, hay that was placed there was the Shem Sukkah. It was for the purpose of the Sekhakh. And therefore, you could go ahead and continue digging out. And that's our Mishnah.